Today we are going to look at how to conduct your appraisal. So we're going to look at some preparations you need to make when you're conducting an appraisal interview. Remember, this is a highly emotional process, and so it's very important that you put the employee at ease. Establish clearly what is the purpose for the discussion. You would have to say at the end of this session, I would like us to be able to come to an agreement as to our next steps. So explain upfront what you would like to accomplish. Review the overall job requirements. Repeat again what you consider that this person's role and function would be. And then review the performance objectives with the individual set for the rating period. Now it's time to be able to give your evaluation as to how you consider those goals have been reached, and if it is that improved work skills have been demonstrated, other objectives that need further work. Provide recognition for desirable behavior, and let the employee know how you value. Now, I want to be able to say here that the appraisal interview is not to be a process that anything that is said here, the employee is not supposed to be hearing for the first time. So now what you want to be able to do is to ask for their views on problems that they've been having, suggestions for changes or improvements, and then give or two areas that you have already agreed in your head where the improvement is needed, and ask for suggestions there. Now, they might not see the area that you say is a problem to be a problem, and so it is going to take a little persuasion on your part. But it's very important that you give specific objective examples of every behavior that you consider is not up to scratch. And if it is that problems from a previous appraisal persist, it really should be again. Problems not related to job performance should not be a part of the annual appraisal. It's very important that you remember that it's not everything that is discussed at this meeting. What we want to be able to do as well is to outline and discuss the plans for improvement, and to encourage suggestions for self-improvement. You really want them to take responsibility for some of the needs that they would have, and discuss those training and development they would have as well. I wanted to be able to talk very briefly about styles of persuasion that you can use when it is you are in an appraisal session, and I'll provide a handout for you, but this is a primer, right? So there's a tell and sell approach. This says that I tell you what I think is wrong or is going well, and I'm trying to sell you to be able to consider, to believe the same. Now, this is really a problem solving, not a problem solving approach. It is a kind of unilateral that you're saying, I know what is wrong, and so I am going to tell you. And then there is a tell and listen that says, I think this is what is going on. What do you think? And then the final one would be problem solving approach, where both persons have equal responsibility to be able to put things down on the table and to be able to. It's very important that poor performance is acted on early, and the right approach needs to be taken here. And what we want as the right approach is a self-development approach. We want you to be able to deal with a reaction that might come from an employee who considers that what you are saying is absolutely not true. So please remember to have your evidence for anything that you are going to say. Handle continued poor performance. If it is that you don't handle, it will become a problem, a bigger problem. Key points to remember here: you must conduct objective appraisals on a scheduled basis. Do not miss it, and do not put it on. Do not put it off. Appraisals tell employees how they are doing and what they can improve, and it also helps to create a system of motivation and rewards based on the performance. And that's the end of this session.